Hey guys, I'm Kendall. I am part of the Bumbera family and we run Bumbera's Performance out in Sealy, Texas. We do classics, resto mods, late model high performance. We even do off-road work. So I'm going to show you around today and show you guys a little bit about what we do. So this is what we have here is a 1968 Chevrolet C10. We're doing a complete restoration on it. It's going to have a 555 engine. It's going to put out about 726 horsepower. And I think he said 660 foot-pounds of torque. So a pretty powerful little truck. We're doing the full restoration. So it came to us in a shell and we did all of the paint. And if you look closely, this paint is actually, it's not gloss and it's not a full matte either. It's kind of a semi, I don't know exactly what you call it, but it's really pretty. It's the seafoam with the white detail. So like I said, we're doing full restoration. So we've got to put in all of the lights. We're going to do door handles, trim down the side, all of the interior. The guys, our fabricator came in and did fabricated the tunnel, painted it to match the rest of the truck, positioned the shifter. They've got most of the wiring lined up in the dash to power the speedometers, the radio, and things like that. So it's coming along. It'll probably take a few more weeks because we've got a couple other things going on too. But this guy, he's had probably 2 or 3 other cars with us. So he's a really great customer and we're really excited to finish this one up. So we have a 2016 Camaro. It's getting a Brian Tooley Stage 2 turbo cam because the customer wants to do turbos in the future. It's getting Cook's headers, X-pipe, and then a tune. Once we're all done, it'll be pretty good.
So a lot of people think we only do classic cars, or some people even think that we sell cars, but we actually work on high performance cars like this new 2016 Camaro that we have, and we're doing upgrades to it. We can do heads, cam, pro chargers, turbos, just tunes, just cold airs, you know, from extreme to not, whatever they want. You know, we're not just a classic car, high performance, you know, restoration shop. We do everything in between, from old to new.
This is another full restoration that we're doing. It is a 1969 Corvette, so a C3. This one is very intensive on body work. So there's a lot of custom body work that went into this build. For example, this piece is all custom with the vents, and this firewall in here is also completely custom. Before there was kind of just a space here, so they did the firewall and then they extended the hood to go mesh with the rest of the car.
So as we said before, we don't just do old classic cars, we do hot rods too. So we just happen to have 3 Vettes here today that Kendall's going to tell you a little bit about.
So this Z06 is a 2006. It has the Brian Tooley Stage 3 daily driver cam, 2-inch Cook's headers and X-pipe, and it runs on E85. This Z06 has header and cam, the typical package, but it's on Bogarts, which we're a dealer for. And then we've got the ZR1 over here, so it's kind of mild to wild.
And this is our new 16,000 square foot shop here in Sealy, Texas. It's quite the upgrade from our shop in Katy where we were crammed into 5,000 or 6,000 square feet. Here we have 16,000 square feet, 10 lifts. We can work on cars in the middle of the floor if we want to, which is nice and clean. Or we can work on a lift and leave one on there while we're waiting on parts if we have to. It's a lot more
efficient.
Yeah. Alright, not many people around tune Dodges, so we've mastered a couple of Hellcats here. One of them runs the mile and does it pretty quick. And then this is a well-known Hellcat here in Houston that's got E85 and a couple tricks up its sleeve. So we're excited to have this one here. We're making some adjustments on the tune form to make them go a little bit faster.
So even though we work on classics, we do a little bit of resto mod stuff too, which involves a lot of these, you know, LS and Coyote Swaps. So this truck is actually going to have a 5.0 Coyote motor in it. And then we've got a couple of these going on. We have probably 3 or 4 Coyote Swaps total going on in the shop right now. All right, this is a 1966 Mustang. We're also finishing out this restoration. It was already started a little bit by the time it got to us. It's also going to have a Coyote Swap. We're going to be putting a 5.0 Coyote motor in this one as well. So a couple different 5.0 installs we have going on. So that's going to be really neat. Old Mustang with the new motor. It's going to come out really nice. This 65 Vette is really special to us. It's a very close friend of ours. It's a 65 Vette. We did a complete frame-off restoration on this car, so everything you see we did. It was red and the body was real beat up, and we redid all the paint and body work, installed the engine, new interior, new dash, everything from the ground up. This was a complete, it took about a year to do, but we completely went through the entire car and redid the entire thing, and it's beautiful now. The customer that owns this car, it's a 66 Vette. He purchased it from an auction, and this is a perfect example of why you need to be careful and educated on what you buy before you buy it. He purchased it from an auction, and driving home from that auction, the engine actually failed on him. So he brought it to us, we pulled the engine out, we're going through it, redoing the engine, and then we'll install it once it's done. But he bought the car a few months ago, and he hadn't been able to drive it yet, other than the time that it blew up on him. So once it's done, then he'll be able to enjoy it. But that's why it's always important to know what you buy before you spend money on it. It's a 77 Bronco. It was gray and now it's blue. We did full paint job, did bed liner on the inside. The frame, the roll cage was also matched in the same bed liner. The customer is going to use this to cruise around his ranch. So it's a pretty nice paint job to cruise around your ranch in, but it's going to be pretty. Right now they're working on fitting together the fenders and trying to make everything work up front. We're installing all the electronics, headlights, tail lights, wiring up all the gauges, AC, radio. '64 F100. It has a motor, a 4.6 liter from a 97 F150 that we transplanted into this truck. It was the customer's, he used it as a donor. We also put a P1 Pro Charger on it to give it a little bit more power. This was the customer's grandfather's truck. He used to ride in the back feeding the cows on his grandpa's farm, and now he inherited it after his grandfather passed, and now he wants to completely restore it. So after we get the engine in and ready to go, then we're going to go to work on body work, touching up the interior a little bit, wheels, tires, freshen up the suspension a little bit so it's a smoother ride. Yeah. So this is our dyno room. We have a Mustang dyno. Whenever we do high performance work, either on classics or new cars, we like to do a baseline pull so that we can see the numbers before we add all the good stuff, and then we do another pull after we add everything to see the actual gain that the customer got off of his power adders. Yeah, so we call this dyno the heartbreaker because it's a Mustang dyno. It's probably the most accurate that there is. The car sits on the drums, spin the drums, and the dyno accounts for the full weight of the car as well as all the air density and humidity and everything like that, so that the number that you get is the true wheel horsepower. Today we're dynoing a 2019 Chevy Colorado. It's got the RST package, and the customer decided to add a Magnuson supercharger, and it made about 450 horsepower to the wheels and about 450 torque. So pretty good for a little Colorado, not bad. So there's actually two buildings on site. We're in the second one. This is our storage building. We keep a lot of cars, a lot of our personal race cars, but we also keep a lot of customers' cars that are either waiting in line or they've reached a point in the restoration where we're waiting on parts or the customer to decide what they want to do. So they sit here until we're ready to get started on them again. What is also housed here is our 18-wheeler. So this is the rig. If you've ever seen us at the racetrack, this is what we usually arrive in. It can house two cars up top and one car on the bottom, but we don't usually use it for that. We usually put the toolbox, the pit cart, or like a golf cart or something on the bottom. In the front, there's a bunch of shelving and drawers and countertops to keep a lot of tools. That way we don't have to carry a toolbox with us everywhere we go. If we don't want to, we can keep a lot of stuff on board. And then in the very front is a small living quarters. It has a fold-out couch, a shower, and a TV, so that if if you're driving to California, it takes 2 days and you don't want to stay in a hotel, you can sleep in there. It's a lot of fun. As you can see, it just barely fits. The building is just big enough to house the truck, so that worked out, thankfully. So for some of you that might know of our family, you probably know that racing is kind of what we do. It's kind of the foundation of what our company was built on. My dad started racing when he was probably 14 years old. Met my mom, got her into it, and then 3 kids later, we've all done it. So part of what we do, we've done just about every kind of racing you can think of. The racing that my dad still does is NASCAR late models. So 3/8 mile, half-mile oval tracks all across the country. We have a couple cars that we like to take out on the weekends if we're not doing anything else and go race. This is one of them, and this is what it looks like before it gets a brand new body. So my dad actually took this to Tucson in January or February. Had a really good race, got a little banged up, and the body was a little outdated, so they ripped it off. They're going to put a brand new 5-star Camaro body on it. It's an LS3 engine with the 4-barrel carburetor. These things are a lot of fun to drive. They're made to be really lightweight, as you can see, because there's not much to them other than a frame and some safety features, and of course the driveline. But yeah, they're a lot of fun to drive. So this is the man, the myth, and the legend, the guy who is responsible for everything that we do, my dad, Kenny Bumbera. He is the Bumbera that started Bumbera's Performance. So he's been doing this the business has been in place 27 years, but you started toying with cars when you were how old?
10, 12, 14. I couldn't afford to have anybody build them, so I had to learn how to do it myself. And then it became a necessity, so you didn't have to walk everywhere. And then it grew to being going faster, getting where you needed to go. And that's how all the hot rods started, because then you'd build a car and be faster than somebody else, and then they'd want to know what you're doing, and then you'd help them, and you just kept growing and growing. But that's kind of what we have here. I had to build this shop to have AC because I'm getting older, and it's for the kids. But like this gentleman here, this is a car that we're building for, we built it, I want to say 5-8 years ago for a gentleman, and then he had his own ideas, and evidently I couldn't fulfill those for him at the time. And then now he's back because somebody couldn't finish it, so I'm here finishing it. So that's fun. I mean, that's kind of the way we do things. I'm working on 3rd and 4th generation kids' cars, which is really cool for me. So I get to see the grandkids, and then what's bad is I feel like I'm really old because they're going, oh, I remember when I got in your race car on Highway 6 and I was 10, and you're like, oh God, you're 20-something driving. I'm feeling old. So, but that's about what it is. I mean, I've got a good group of guys. We have a really good time. It's just, you got to put all your heart and soul into it. That's why sometimes it takes me a lot longer, but at the end of the day, they all run good. They drive well. We get all the points, the bullet points done for the customer that he wants done, because I listen to them because it's their car, not mine.
So what is probably your favorite build that we've ever done in all 27 years of business? What is your favorite one that we've done?
A 66 bubble top, big block. It was like an Impala, but that's not what the Impalas were back then. But a gentleman came to me and said, hey, Kenny, this is what I've got, but I just want to go have fun. I'm getting older and I want to go to the car shows, but I really want to do burnouts. So the whole project was just so it would do burnouts. And I was like, wow. So I did it. It was on Highway 6. And then what was really neat was the customer had all the family, and he came over, tapped him on the shoulder and said, do me the first burnout in it. And whoo, I did it till the tires popped. He was so happy. I've never had anybody pay me to do burnouts like that. That's my best build. I had a good time.